Hello, everyone. I'm very honored to share my thoughts on the optical chip for digital Earth on this lecture. And my topic today is the state-of-the-art optical chip for digital Earth towards implementation. In my lecture, I would like to give you the research project on our optical chip. Okay. Now the transistors has been working for decades since it has been made in the Bayer laboratory. However, as the transistors shrink to near automatic levels, the pace of the Moore's law has decelerated. But however, real-world applications like artificial intelligence, big data analysis, and simulations require even more increasing computing performance. But the electronic chips has engaged many problems, such as its high energy cost, its thermal problems, and so on. So, photonic computing has emerged as an alternative solution. Phones, unlike the electronics, it can be spread. It can be spread in the speed of light, so it could be performed using the high bandwidth and high speed. Recently, TSMC and NVIDIA has projected their optical chip plans. They have already realized 512 minus 512 arrays for the computing metric, and they plan to enlarge this computing metric to 4096 plus 4096. So following their roadmap, we noticed this area several years ago, and we plan to do related work from them. Many groups in the world has already did great work on the photonic computing chips. For example, like MIT, they realized the photonic computing function using the MZI mesh. In 2017, they published their work on the nature photonics. Besides MZI, micro-ring resonator is also another solution. MZI and MRR are the most widely used photonic devices in the photonic computing. Besides those two solutions, MCM and PCM are also proposed. So this area is of great interest in the world. So we did this work several years ago, and unlike their solutions, we propose a new structure. The structure is centered in the slide. A new computing unit composed of two MZIs, the upper MZI and the lower MZI. Through encoding the light into the upper and lower MZI, we could get the output by theoretical calculation. The output is proportional. By theoretical calculation, the output is proportional to the input and weight. So the single computing unit could perform a single multiplication function. If we parallelize this computing unit, then we got many dot productions at the same time. First, we did some simulation work. The simulation work is mainly on the quantization. Quantization means we could reduce some parameters used in the neural network. First, we ignore some negative parameters, and we found that through ignoring some negative parameters, the accuracy is not decreased only a little, but the power consumption has increased a lot. Following this roadmap, we did some mixed precision quantization. This means that we not only quantize the input and output by bit width, but also we quantize some weight bandwidths. The next algorithm was used to realize this quantization process. By binary encoding, initialization, selection, and crossfit, we get the final result on different datasets. By quantization, we found that only a little accuracy was decreased, but over 80% parameter compression has achieved. In both MNIST and Fashion MNIST dataset, these two datasets are widely used in the artificial intelligence tasks. These are two image datasets. The MNIST datasets was composed of about 70,000 pictures. The pictures is about the handwritten digits from 0 to 9 from there, and Fashion MNIST dataset is a dataset that composed of clothes. So next we did some experimental experiments. The chip shown at the upper side of the slide. The chip was fabricated. The structure is like on the screen that there are two MCIs. We give the light from the left side, and then the light was spread into two arms. By applying different voltages to the different MCIs, so we can encode the input light, the light into different data. And we measure the output at the right side. Through analyzing the experimental results, we could get the multiplication of two numbers. We fabricate the chip in the advanced microfoundry in Singapore, and the chip was used as the 130 nanometer silicon CMOS technology. After it was fabricated, we did some wire bonding process to test the chip. But how our chip to realize the multiplication, since the input is the light, so we, by applying different voltages, the input and weight light are encoded into different numbers. But the numbers is not the real numbers in the computer. So we did some transformation equations by establishing the encode and decode processes. We get different transformation models that could be used in the encode and decode process. So in the encode process, we did one time of transformation, and in the output process, we also did another transformation. So we set up a transformation between the simulation space and the realization space. The model is shown in the picture. The model is set as a simple linear function. By the linear function, we find the proper parameters, and then the model was established. But we found that in the full process, there are many transformation processes. For one dot multiplication, we could use 3 transformation process. This costs 2 time and 2 energy. So in order to improve the process, we did some new creation on the whole process. What we did, we combine the function of the transformation with the activation function in the neural network. So the process has been improved. We do not use to realize the transformation process in the whole computing process, and just the real data was flowed in this whole process. The chip was tested in our lab. Using the test laboratory. Figure A shows the test result of a single MZI. We can see that the output is varied along with the voltage. That means that we can get different output by changing the different voltages. The test result of the photonic chip was shown in figure B and figure C. The result is shown in figure D. We can see that our chip could perform 1 dot multiplications with very small errors. How could our optical chip used for the image recognition? We select the Memristor datasets. In the datasets, we apart the datasets into 2 parts. One part consists of 60,000 of pictures used as the training set, and the remaining 10,000 pictures was used for the optical chip to do the inference process. For a single picture, we flatten the data into a linear data set, and we establish a simple, fully connected neural network to do the recognition. The result is shown in figure B. And the confusion metric is shown in figure C and figure D. Our results shows that the chip could realize the Memristor data set with a very high accuracy. Our results shows that the ONN achieves over 96% in different architectures of the fully connected neural network. So now we are doing some new work on the digital Earth applications, namely the remote sensing. We have already did some a little work on the water recognition. And we believe that since the photonic chip could be used for faster and higher bandwidth computing solutions, it could be used in the digital earth, not only in the remote sensing, but also in ground level street view and underwater geophysics or indoor positioning. I'm very happy to share my research and thoughts on the optical chip for the digital earth. And we welcome some questions, and we also welcome some communications to not only in the photonic chip, but also in other issues like artificial intelligence or other research issues. Uh, Thank you for your listening, and my presentation is over.